We are the five petitioners who had filed the original petition when the both Article 370 and the extinguishment of the state of Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories was decided by the union government. So we noted that in the final judgment of the Supreme Court, they did not go into the issue of whether the action of the central government in extinguishing the state of Jammu and Kashmir was constitutional or not. On the ground, which we believe is not correct, that the central government has said that they are going to restore statehood. So we are not going into that issue. We, the petitioners, felt that having made a petition before the Supreme Court saying that this action of extinguishing a state is not constitutional, it is duty bound upon the Supreme Court to give a view whether it is constitutional or it is not constitutional. The existence of a state cannot depend upon the whims and fancies of the central government. State must exist on its own. India is a union of states. It's a federal setup. So you cannot extinguish a state that affects the basic structure of the constitution. And therefore, even Supreme Court judgments, like the Keshwanand Bharati case, say that where the basic structure of the constitution is affected, then that action has to be struck down. So it is in that background that we wrote to the Chief Justice of India to take our letter as a petition and constitute a constitution bench to take a call on whether the action of extinguishing a state under the Indian Constitution is that constitutional or not. No, it is because the state has far more, shall I say, legal responsibilities, authority than a union territory. A lot of things, like even small things like the State Human Rights Commission, doesn't exist in a union territory. A number of features of a full-fledged state does not exist in union territory, which is why we believe that the India being a union of states, you cannot abolish states. If this decision is allowed not to be without a final constitutional decision by the Supreme Court, it means that in future, any central government with say a two-thirds majority can abolish all the states and make it and run entire India as like a unitary state from Delhi. I don't think that was the intention of the framers of the Constitution or the Constitution itself. And that is why we feel it is an important legal issue. It's an important constitutional issue which the Supreme Court must take a decision upon. See, the first fundamental question is that a state does not exist only at the whims and fancies of the central government. That's the fundamental nature of the federal government and states. If you allow that to happen, then you don't have a federal state. You might as well abolish all states and say, let everything be run from Delhi. So, the Solicitor General saying that he will do it at the appropriate time what is the appropriate time? Even just before the Pahalgam incident, etc., Amit Shah said everything is peaceful, all terrorism has been eliminated and so on and so forth. He said 2 weeks before that. So what does that mean? So when will it be? I mean, you cannot use a law and order or a small incident. In fact, I think after the incident, the stand of the Jammu and Kashmir people against that particular incident and how they came out literally for the first time totally against the terrorists is a very good sign And that is a sign which we should encourage by restoring statehood to the state so that they have that little bit of self-respect which has been taken away from them.